Hello all, another quick little Watercolour demo. Limited to strictly a few colours, a couple of blues. This is my old palette, so ultramarine, bit of cobalt, bit of brown madder, and a bit of yellow ochre. Be my first painting for the bit. Been doing my proper job. Fortunately or unfortunately, which way up here. I'm going to try and combine these videos. The videos I've been posting, they've been in two parts, and I don't know how to put them together. I don't know how to put them together because I normally let them dry in between, but this one I might not. Do it in one hit and then show it in one hit. Hopefully only take about half an hour at most. So we'll cut. Little Venice scene. I used to draw things that used to take me 40 hours to do one drawing. Well, I used to just concentrate on drawings, but now draw your arm, just look like a conductor sort of thing, and just do it loosely, loose as you dare. And if you continue this same sort of looseness on your drawing, it should be alright. I've gone off a bit on the top there, but I'm just bothered. So I never copy things religiously, because as soon as you start going sorry, as soon as you start going wrong, you start panicking and to draw that with the back of the pencil. I always, this bit's going to be left nearly white, I think. I don't know, see how we get on. And that'll do for drawing. And there's my palette as it looks. Dirty palette. I get a lot of people saying you can't paint with a dirty palette. Just show you. That is from last painting. That to me is a colour. That is another addition to my colour. And I've not touched any of the colours, I've just pulled out my palette. So that is dirty water and a bit of muck. My board's at an angle, so it's all pooling down and congregating at the bottom, so it won't go dry. Then I'll start adding a bit of colour now, so I want to get a bit thicker. But I'm just adding anything, because this is just a tone, and I want to get thicker. And I will go a bit sort of bluey ready, but still adding stuff. And if you get this little excess, leave some of them white bits. Start getting thicker now. It is just various greys, and I'm sort of twisting, pivoting. Just rocking basis-ish, leaving them lovely white gaps. I really should get a bit thicker now. Don't want to go too thick, you don't want a drastic change. So a lot of this is going to be covered up with the buildings. I never paint round them, I'd never paint the sky and go around the buildings for just the sky, just paint over the lot. You can see I'm getting thicker. And the thicker you go. You've got some nice broken bits there. And I will use these brushes on, Chinese calligraphy brushes. I've said before, I think I paid about 15-20 quid for about 20 of them 10 years ago. And I use them for most things I do. Oops. Right, I'll use a bit of turquoisey paint. I should come out, really. So I'll leave that and just leave that to dry. And what I'm going to try and do is paint that building in different degrees of dryness, getting drier. And I don't want any of that. I've got a clean white line there. And that mix I had, I've mixed very little of them colours, I've not even touched that. He says, and she's just touched it. So, oh my god, I've got turquoisey, blue, red. Yes. Bit of everything. And look at that. Look at the point on that brush. Too much on that. And as for sky and I'm only cleaning these up, mopping these up because they can do a little lemming into the water. Once you congregate, they wait on the end of the cliff to jump off. But I'm happy with that water like that. I'm just going to leave that. Right, I normally leave about a third of the painting doing absolutely nothing. Well, it helps, folks, because that bit, all this bit, yeah, that sky's done. Leave it. I might just, there's something happening red. Yeah. I don't know. Just a bit. I did do that before. Yeah, and I've got a choice now. I can leave this, or I can paint. I can start from this bottom. See, this is going to be very wet. It's going to be slightly wet. Oh, that top's still wet, unfortunately. Well, that's the start that I wanted. And now I'm just going to mix a load of paint. Hopefully mix enough to do the whole work down. I'm a bit early, I'm a bit previous on this, but I don't want to stop the video. So we'll just see how it goes. Well, that's not blurring too much. That's partly because the thickness of the paint. And all we're doing now is colouring in. See, that's getting a bit blurry edge. I'm not bothered to get blurry edges around the bottom. I'll just do some sharp edges there, which I don't think I'm going to get. But I like all this happening where it's painting itself. You've got the angle that my board is at. It's going to congregate all at the bottom. I've got to try and time this. When I said I need to mix as much paint as possible, I just ran out. I've done about a third, not even a third, not even a quarter. But it will delay me a bit in a good way. Just 3 colours, 2 blues and a red. Right. We could always put a bit in there just to look. See the brush again at the end of the colour that bit in. Join that up. And that angle there, coming down, that's a slightly different colour. It's more bluer. Not better. Just leave a bit of light there. A little bit of light shining on that. And once again, I'm totally miles out with me drawing. Because what I'm doing there is these little specks of light work, but also a bit of pre-planned composition. Them light bits are going to be painting at the boat that's going to be appearing here. And I always try and leave some white bits. This is only really, it's oh, I should let some there. Never mind. We'll sort of, not destroy, it's the wrong word. But once again, colouring it. I could do with finishing this colouring in-ish piece before this is all, before that's dry. If not, I'll just go back into it. I'll just, as long as I'm getting this similar. I was getting a similar sort of colour because it's all wet, it's all going to mix in. I haven't even changed brushes, I've normally got a brush with a better point on. So I've got to reload my palette again. In fact, I'm going to go into that pointy brush in a bit. And this top bit, just get it symmetrical. And if you paint like that, up and down, just leaving a few marks that suggest things. Oh God, look at that. I've left him. Oh well, perhaps I won't use that brush. Never panic. panic about anything. There's panic going on in everywhere nowadays. This way it could go wrong. I'm not really bothered if it's the exact image of the building, but it needs to be symmetrical. Sometimes I turn the painting upside down. Oh, it's best to do it in one stroke. You can always best have a look when it's all coloured in. And it's not symmetrical. It'd be a bit lopsided. It's looking a bit too neat.